Ranch 'em in the pasture, run 'em in the pen, work 'em on the Sundays, do it all again. Race 'em in the sand, buck 'em in the mud, drip a cowboy's sweat, bleed a cowboy's blood.
I'm Zeke Thurston, 2016 World Champion Saddlebrock Rider, and you're watching The Peppered Stewart Show.
Right now? It's happening now. It's live. Do it live. That's what we'll do. You're here. Why? I don't know. You did it to yourself, as you always do, which apparently you are a glutton for punishment. So that's why you do it. Stuff's happening today. We got some folks that we are going to talk to from various aspects of life. We got some TV folks. We've got some music folks. We are going to entertain you today, or attempt to entertain you, because as everybody knows, the world's been entertained by everything that's been happening. Just like, I don't know, we had the guy, Philip Mantle. We talked to him a while back. He's from England. He studies UFOs, and he studies the supernatural, the phenomenon of the unidentified flying object and the little green man. So we talked to him a while back about things and how the UFO stuff happened. And then recently here in the world that we live in today, that's coming to fruition there. There has been multiple UFOs flying across the United States where we are. And there's been some stuff flying around. Nobody knew what it was. They just saw stuff flying. They're like, is there people in there? Is there stuff happening? Nobody knows. So, what the world is that? So, yeah, there's stuff happening around the world. I don't know where or what, but are there little green men coming to check us out? I don't know. But if they are, what do you tell them? Do they speak your language? Do you do sign language? Do they do they text? Maybe you just hand them a phone. They text you for communication. I don't know, but could it be happening? Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just other countries checking us out. Which I don't know. A lot of folks have the idea, which is something I thought of at one point, but I was like, I don't know. I'm not paying that much attention to it because of the internet and social media and cameras everywhere you turn around, you're being watched. So the idea of another country just flying some random balloon over to look at you, I'm like, they have the internet over there. They can look at you. They can see you. So I wasn't worried about that. The only thing I was thinking was, my theory, my 2 cents, I'll only give you one, is maybe it's just a test run. So like, okay, let's just run this over and see how long it takes for something to happen to it, just as a test, because you always do a test run first. You don't send your best thing the first time, you send a test. So possibly it's just a little test run. We'll just fly this little balloon over there, see how far it makes it, and we'll go across Montana, check out where the weapons, missile systems are located. I'm like, well, if you're saying that, that's where they're located. They already know where they're located. You just told them. So if they didn't know, they do know now. That's where that. So I was just thinking, with my cent and a half, is maybe it was a test to see how far it would go. So if they send another one that they load up with whatever kind of chemicals they want to throw in there, maybe some more Corona 2.0 or something, they can throw it in there, see how far it goes. So when you shoot it down, now you got it. So that's just another possibility. Another possibility is, like I heard on the news, they're like, man, them dang used car lots, them balloons, them son of a guns go way up in the air. So I heard that theory too, but I don't know. It's probably somewhere in the middle, but that's what happened. That's where we live in. People do crazy stuff. Just like this. Just like watching this. This is crazy. This is dumb. Why are you even looking at me? Why are you even wasting time looking at me for? Go do something else. Go watch TV or go play a video game. That's what you kids do today. We got stuff happening. Horses. We talked about this before, but it's still happening. The Yellowstone Effect is still going down in the horse market. Everybody is watching. You know, I was talking about this with the horse trainer the other day, Brent Bennett, Performant Horses, over there out of Grandview, Texas, was talking about this, and you know, a lot of folks get bent out of shape about Yellowstone, and they complain about the language, and they complain about the plot lines, and you have to explain to these people, it's like, yes, it's a TV show. It's not real. These guys are actors. This is not real life. This is not a live stream action of what's actually happening. It's for entertainment. And what we was talking about was, yeah, there's some stuff that's not 100% accurate. There's not some stuff that's not how it's done. But what it is doing is bringing back the Western lifestyles, bringing back the way things are done in the West, bringing back cowboys, horses, and things like that. And what it has done is set the horse market on fire, and that helps a lot of folks because it's to get a horse on the ground. In today's times, you're looking at about say you got a brood mare, you go breed to a stud, and you've got a year before your mare has a colt. You got about 6 months or so before you wean the colt to sell it. So at that point, you're about anywhere from $500 to $6,500 in, depending on what you're breeding to. If you're breeding to some bigger stuff, then of course it's going to be more. And so what the Yellowstone Effect has done is raise the horse market up, where you're able to sell these colts and sell good used broke horses for a decent amount, where you're not going and picking up $300 horses or $1,500 horses. So say rewind 5, 6, 7 years ago, you go buy your $1,500 horse that you bought at that time is now a $4,500 horse, and that's where we're at in the market. And it's good for everybody all the way around, especially right now with fuel as ridiculous as it is. Hay is nuts. So yeah, it costs a little bit more to take care of these animals, so it does help to be able to have the horses and animals pay for themselves and maybe make a little money also. We are going to talk about music and what's going on in the music world, who's doing music, what's in music. I want you to take a gander at this tune right here, and when we come back, we're going to talk about it.
To call you sugar baby, you used to call me honey pie. Today you called without explaining, called me up to say goodbye. Remember once upon a time, what's mine was yours and yours was mine. We shared a home, a life, a dream. Tonight you'll come and get your things. You said you love me for all time, said for better or for worse. I should have read between the lines. You meant whichever one came first. We said we'd always be together, thought our life would never change. You said you loved me for forever. Guess forever came a day.
Singing to the cows right there. That's what I'm talking about. I do it every day, but not on video. Well, you wouldn't want to hear that anyway. But right here we've got her right here talking to us. That's Billie Joe on with us. 2019, you were on Real Country TV that you filmed over there. You got handpicked by Shania Twain, made the top 14. You've been on The Voice, American Idol. What's that like for you?
I mean, it's amazing. It's a really great life that I get to live, and I get to go and sing and perform every weekend, either full band or acoustic shows. And I've got to do some really cool stuff in my life ever since I started singing when I was like 9 years old, and then later on when I was around 18, I got to open for Ray Price, which is still like one of the, he was a legend, and he's my all-time favorite, I think, that I've opened for. But I've opened for several people, the Oak Ridge Boys, Diamond Rio, Stoney LaRue, Wade Bowen, Roger Krager, Pat Green, to name a few of those. There's more, but that's the ones I can think of right now.
So, you talk about singing young and starting singing then. What was it about singing that brought you to singing? And when you did start singing, what were some of the artists that you kind of listened to just kind of, get an idea of like, hey, this is what I want to do?
Yeah, so my grandparents actually raised me since I was 1, and they adopted me when I was 15. But I was raised on what I call the oldies but goodies, and I grew up listening to George Jones, Tammy Wynette, Loretta Lynn, Patsy Cline, just all of those guys and gals. And I just love good old country music, and that's kind of what I'm trying to bring back right now is that traditional country sound, because there's not a whole lot of that in country music, and I want to bring that back. So that's been my goal. I'm actually working with Dolly Parton's producer right now in Nashville on some new stuff, and it'll come out in the next few months or so. But we've been working hard at that. But I started growing up singing in church and the little local Opries around town. I live in Texas, so I grew up on the Gladewater Opry and Wiley Opry, and then my dad was still a big part of my life, and he's the one that taught me how to play the guitar. And he was the one that I guess was the quote unquote bad influence that would take me to the bars and throw me up on stage with whatever band was playing, and hey, here's $20, we let my daughter sing. And then that's where I learned that I love to perform country music in bars or venues or wherever. So that I'm forever grateful that he did that, because I sure do love it.
When you went to Nashville to do that stuff, what was it like for you to be, being here in Texas and it's a little slower, a little smaller stuff, and then you go to Nashville and you're like, what was it like to be there and experience all that?
Man, it was really cool. I got to be in Nashville for about a month, filming that TV show. I'd done American Idol and The Voice, but those shows are totally different than this real country thing. And so we got to be there for a month, and we did vocal lessons and stage performance lessons and wardrobe and makeup and just kind of all kinds of stuff. So they really treated you like you were just going out there to perform for people, like it was your just own personal show. It didn't feel like a competition when we were there. So it was a really cool experience to get to be able to be a part of that, and it's something that I'll truly never forget.
And from that experience that you had, what did you take back with you that you still use today?
Honestly, I feel like I really grew as an artist from that show. I think it's what is this, 2023? So it's probably been almost 3 years now since I was on the show. But I just feel like I've grown as an artist, and I feel like that was when it kind of clicked. This is what I want to do. This is the kind of music that I want to make, and I'm going to go for it. And I'm going to keep singing my traditional country music, because if you come to a Billie Joe Jones show, you're going to hear everything from George Jones to Ray Price to Loretta Lynn, Tammy Wynette, Patsy Cline, all the way to Miranda Lambert, Shania Twain, Patty Loveless, just everybody. I don't know. I try to sing a mixture of stuff, but then you're also going to hear some of my songs sprinkled in the mix as well. So I like to do some of my stuff, and then I like to play your favorite covers as well.
Where is a place up here in North Texas? You play a lot of places here. What is your favorite spot to play?
In North Texas?
Yes.
Or just any North Texas area? I would probably say, man, that's tough. That's tough to narrow it down. I know one of my favorites is Southern Junction over there in Rockwall. And that place especially, because my dad used to take me dancing there when I was like 16, 17 years old. So I grew up in Southern Junction. And then I finally got to make my first stage appearance there last year with my full band, so that was really cool. But I love playing Southern Junction, and then I'm really loving playing in the stockyards. I've been playing a lot in the stockyards over the past few months, so that's a lot of fun. If y'all haven't been in the stockyards, y'all need to come check it out.
Oh, stockyards, yeah. Stockyard, we hit that a lot. And then, like you say, Southern Junction, man, I spent so much time in the 90s at Southern Junction over there in Rockwall. It's crazy, but yeah, that's a good place because I mean you could go. I was going there before I could get in on my own, and then after that, just going on my own. But that's a nice place. A lot of folks come through there, so that's a heck of a place to play over there.
It's a lot of fun.
Now, have you been to the new one? I think they opened one in Irving. So have you?
Irving, yep.
Have you been to
that
one?
I played there. I think it was pretty close to like when COVID happened, so it was still kind of like coming back from all of that. So it was a little bit slower, but I know they've picked it up, and they're having some really great shows out there. So, and I think I actually just talked to them a few weeks ago about getting out there this year. So I'm sure I'll get a date out there again pretty soon.
Okay. What dates, for the folks that are wondering where you're going to be, what dates do you have coming up? And if they're looking for your dates, where is the best place to go?
Best place to go. I post all of my events on Facebook, but I also have a website. It's Billie Joe Music, BILLIEJO, BillieJoeMusic.com. And I post all of my events on there. I think I have, Saturday, I'm actually playing with the Brent Alexander Band, opening for his band over at Magnolia Motor Lounge in Fort Worth on Saturday. So I'll be there on Saturday. And then I think next week... What are the dates? I'm trying to think. I'm blank right now. I know next Saturday I'm in Rockwall at Sideways, I believe. I think, isn't that like the 25th or something? February 25th? I believe that's next Saturday.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know. I don't even know what date it is most of the time. But I'm pretty sure. I know I'm in Rockwall, but I know I'm somewhere else on next Friday, but I can't remember right now for some reason where I'm at. Oh wait, I'm in Texarkana.
Okay.
On Friday. Yeah, I'll be at Redbone in Texarkana on Friday.
Okay. And when you're on the road, everybody always wants to know this. When you're on the road, you're headed somewhere, no matter how far away it is. What's that road snack you throwing with you on the road? What do you eat? What are you eating on?
Oh, this is bad. Okay, so now we're getting into this. Okay. Well, honestly, I've gotten to where I've been drinking Coke Zeros because I've been trying to like cut out like Coke and all that kind of stuff. But I love to snack on Jolly Ranchers like while I'm driving, just to gives me something to do. Because if it's a long trip, I get really bored. So like, and I don't want to just sit there and eat a bunch of junk food. I try not to. So I like sit there and snack on Jolly Ranchers.
All right. So what about this? When you're back at the house and you're relaxing, taking it easy, you got the grill fired up outside, you get ready to cook something. What are you throwing on it?
Ooh. Well, actually, right now, my husband is out there. We used to own a crawfish business, and he is cooking some boiled shrimp right now. So we're going to make some Cajun shrimp pasta tonight. But if we're cooking on the grill, it's definitely going to be a filet. I love my filet steaks. That's kind of my all-time favorite.
What are you pairing with that steak? What are you pairing with it? What are you going to have with it?
I love asparagus, and then I love squash and like zucchini, I guess, like squash and zucchini, like we put in like foil, like on the grill and let it sit there and cook like that. It's really good.
That's how I cook my shrimp. I put it in the foil, ball it up, and I just stick it on there and and a little bit of butter and let it work itself out.
Yes, that's perfect.
Okay, so I guess we'll let you get back to it. I imagine your food's just about getting ready for you. So you said BillieJoeMusic.com is the site to find you. See where you're going to be. You're playing in Texas. You're playing everywhere. They'll find you there.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. We'll see you down the road.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. So check it out. Go to the website, BillieJoeMusic.com. See where she is going to be and check out some of those tunes. Man, it's good stuff. Some good stuff. Southern Junction. I can't say this on the internet, on the TV, where everyone's seeing me, but back in the 90s, we used to go to Southern Junction all the time. I'd only got kicked out of there one time, but it wasn't my fault. I'll tell you the story. Y'all want to know the story why I got kicked out of Southern Junction? Okay. Y'all know the story. Okay, so this is back when I was still rodeoing. I was fighting bulls for a guy that lived out in Kaufman. Everybody's gonna automatically know who that is. But anyway, so I was fighting bulls for the guy, and that night we decided to go out. We were gonna go out. So we went to Fast Eddie's in Terrell, the pool hall in Terrell, Texas. Fast Eddie's. We went over there to play pool. We're going there to play pool, but he forgot his ID, and he didn't have his ID with him. So we're ordering some beer. We're gonna get some beer, and he didn't have his ID. So they gave him a hard time about not having his ID. So he throws a fit in this place. Gets us kicked out of Fast Eddie's. So we get kicked out of there. We go down the road to the beer store. He picks up some beer there, and he's drinking Heineken, which was terrible. I don't drink that crap. It's nasty. He's drinking it. So he's like, what are we going to do? Let's go to Southern Junction. So we go to Southern Junction, start playing pool over there. He gets in an argument with somebody else, and bam, we're out again. 2 places, 1 night. So anyway, fast forward years later, back at Southern Junction, out there one night, and I met some woman out there back in the 90s, and then fast forward today, it's still my dang wife. So that's weird, but that's what happened at Southern Junction. So it happened. That was back in the 90s, late 90s, almost 2000s, I guess. But yeah, that's the story. Southern Junction is a good place to go. Like she was talking about the one in Rockwall, it's 18 and up to get in, but you can also take your kids as long as you have an adult with you. You can take your kids with you and they can go in. But the kids got to be out by like 10 o'clock. But it's a restaurant too, and you can cook your own steaks on this huge grill thing, or you can have it cooked for you. And it's pretty good. Matter of fact, 3 or 4 years ago, it was back when Tex was on the show, because Tex's birthday and mine are in the same month. So they had a Pepper Stewart birthday extravaganza out there one night where people could go out there and tell them they were there for the show and get in for free. And we had a big deal that time, but that's been years ago. I'm not much on that kind of stuff, but it was fun. Anyway, Southern Junction, Rockwall, look them up. They got one in Irving also. Also, now I think after that, it's time for you to do a little advertising there. They'll pay for your advertising. So, good stuff. Check it out. Southern Junction, Rockwall, Texas. She's going to be playing out there again. She'll be in Irving again. So, that's pretty good. She got some pretty good stuff. She got pretty good tunes. I checked them out on the YouTubes today to see what's going on. It's pretty good stuff. We do have somebody possibly coming in studio today. I don't know. It's fun with live shows. I guess we can run through some stuff. There's a movie coming out called Corsicana. There is a movie that is coming out called Corsicana. Right now in the Yellowstone 1883 atmosphere of westerns, everybody's trying to do a western. Everybody wants to do it. And westerns are the big rage. The quality of westerns coming out, there's a huge scale of good quality, like 1883 Yellowstone, and there's other ones like I think I filmed this in the backyard. There's a big difference in that. So anyway, check out this trailer for Corsicana. See if it's something you're going to watch, and we'll come back and talk about some more stuff.
What do you want?
Now, that ain't no way to greet visitors.
Just keep on riding.
I don't think so, ma'am. We're gonna stay for a while.
Darling, this gang hired, terrorized, and killed anybody that get in their way.
I assume you're a lawman?
Federal marshal.
You leaving again now?
Wherever this dollar ball goes, he leaves trail of bodies behind. Men, women, children.
They rode in around noon, started shooting.
If I don't stop him, I will have blood on my hand. I found this on the boy. He's been putting them on the victims ever since he killed your wife and your son. I'm gonna need you on my posse to stop him.
You know I'm ready to ride.
Big California. Sharpshooter.
Do you understand what it feels like To not know if you're hurt, dead, or alive?
Why did you become a preacher man?
To repent. I'm a killer.
We all killers, Sam. And some men just need killing.
A simple flank and shoot maneuver. You hit them from front as soon as they get through Eagle Pass.
Get the job done. Get the Hell Brothers land. Get back.
You feel that?
He's coming. Can I kill him now? Who are you?
Bass Reeves.
Bull riding the last gladiator sport. You get on an animal that can kill you without even trying. It's like trying to control an explosion.
These guys have families, wives, and kids. It's not a matter of death. It's a matter of when they're going to get hurt.
Check it out. That is a new show on Prime Video right there. PBR stuff. So check it out. Watch it when it comes out. Whew, I feel like I just ran a mile. I feel like I just ran a mile. That's a long way. What else do we have? We got a couple more Zoom calls possibly jumping in here. Maybe not. I don't know. I may have to check my internet mail, my electronic mail, and see about that. Oh, I watched, before I get into more random stuff, let's do some what are you watching or not on the internet. You. The show You. You never seen that? About the guy that kills people. Okay. He gets obsessed with these girls to the point where he has to kill them. Well, last year he ran across a girl that likes to kill as well. And yeah, it's like a knockoff Dexter. Well, the guy that plays the main killer in You, because the reason I'm bringing this up is the new season came out, I guess a week or so ago, and it's split in half. The season's split in half, and so I watched the first, I don't know, 4 episodes, whatever the first half of the episodes are, and so I watched those, and a news story came out that the guy who plays the killer, is upset with Netflix because he claims that Netflix is glorifying Jeffrey Dahmer with the Dahmer Show. So the guy that plays a killer is upset with the fact that there's other killer shows on Netflix, which the Dahmer Show happens to be real. So, I mean, come on, guys. Just go do your TV stuff. Huh? Oh. Well, it's 2023. I mean, they can have both. Just ask Tex. He'll tell you. It's like, okay. It's 2023. That's fine. That's fine with me. That's what happens. So, yeah, so speaking of, the split seasons, just like all the shows do now, Yellowstone has done it with season 5. If you paid attention, you might or may not have caught me in the first part of the Yellowstone season on a couple of things. But then also there's another guy that you did catch on Yellowstone this season. I think he's also worked on 1923. And that guy's Jeremy Richardson. He's talking to us. There he is. Look at him.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
What is going on, man? So, where are you in Montana, right?
Yes, sir. I live in Three Forks, Montana, up here in the Gallatin Valley. I live and work on a ranch as well.
Okay. So let's get
we're
into
in the middle of calving season.
Yes. Yeah, I had, I guess 2 weeks ago, I'll just say the coyotes ate good.
Good. Yeah. I get what you mean there.
Yeah. So let's get into this. before we jump into what you're doing now, tell us a little bit about you say you work on a ranch, about your upbringing, what you did. Did you grow up on a ranch? You did a little bit of rodeoing, or how'd that go?
Yeah, I'm originally from Minnesota. Grew up in a small farm town. Grandpa had a farm. We had dairy cattle, and we were able to have field crops as well. So I had a little bit of a upbringing around agriculture in the Midwest there in Minnesota. And I went through college and stuff, kind of didn't really know what I was going to do kind of like as a career. And I ended up looking into working on ranches out west with a little background in farming, and kind of just picking up and moving kind of seemed the best way in 2021. So as you can see here, I recently have a horse I bought. Her name's Harley. She's a 2014. She's, Sorrel paint registered. And so I use her here on the ranch, and we do a lot of different activities. We do some roping, some jackpot rodeos, and Northern Rodeo Association as well. So I didn't grow up riding horseback or in rodeos. When I moved out here, I kind of put myself out there to learn and to do what I do. And as you can see there, I'm on a bull last summer in the Northern Rodeo Association. That's over there in Darby, Montana, actually the same spot where they filmed Yellowstone.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of the cast and producers come out and watch that rodeo.
All right.
So, yeah. So, and that's from episode 7 of season 5.
So how'd that come about? You're working up there, and you did a little bit of rodeo stuff, and then what happened to the point where you're like, you know what, I'm going to go check out this Yellowstone deal and see what happens?
Yeah, I mean, they were filming 1883 up here. I was working on a ranch that they are actually using the land. A lot of the mountain scenes were filmed up north of Livingston, Montana. So I had been working on a ranch, and I ended up looking and talking with a casting director, and I kind of exchanged some information, and they told me to apply. They were hiring for more cowboys, casting for more cowboys this season 5. And so I thought, you know, what the heck, I might as well. They asked if I could ride and rope, and I was like, yeah, I do that really. So that's kind of how I got into it. And then I was first on set last May, filming that first episode. So,
okay. And so how's that for you? Just, you know, kind of doing that, and then being around those guys and out there on set, and then seeing how that stuff goes, because there's a lot of hurry up and wait, and then it goes pretty fast, and then you're just like, man, what happened to those 15 hours? Where'd it go?
Yeah, I would say it's a surreal moment for me, humbling for sure, because I got to be on set and work with, you know, the legendary Kevin Costner and Cole Hauser and everything. As you can see here, you got Jen Landon, who plays Teeter, Ryan Bingham, Jake, and Ian Bowen, and Cole Hauser right there. And, you know, going up on set and seeing the ranch and seeing the Y on the barn, it kind of hit me in the moment. I was like, wow, I'm here. Let's do this. I was excited, nervous. That was honestly because of this opportunity. That was my first time ever on TV doing a production, and it happened to be Yellowstone, the biggest production out right now in the last 4 or 5 years. So it was really cool. I mean, everyone was friendly, welcoming, fun. Got to hear different stories from all different seasons from all the actors. So it was a great experience, to be honest.
So moving forward, what are your thoughts, or what are you going to do? Are you going to pursue this and just kind of see where it goes, or what are you going to do?
Yeah, I was able to hire a manager and get into some talent managements and see where I can do. I'm mostly getting into more stunt work than more acting, because I do rodeo and I do horseback riding, and being able, a lot of people on horseback in different movies and TV shows are considered in the stunt department.
Right.
So I'm going to be working more on the stunt side of things than acting, but I do definitely, whether it is Western horsemanship or any type of other stunts, I kind of want to break into that industry in the TV and movie world moving forward in 2023 here. So, and being able to be in 1923 recently too, that was more of a background spot, but still being able to meet Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren and be able to have that experience was awesome.
Okay. And as far as doing that and jumping into that kind of stuff, are you gonna stay up there in Montana where you're at? You're looking to move around, or what are your thoughts on that?
I believe I'm staying put right here. I don't see myself moving back to Minnesota or moving anywhere else. I love it. And the way it seems like that industry, I'm able to travel. So if I need to be somewhere for a TV or movie show doing some stunts, I would just fly out and travel but have home right here in Montana on the ranch I'm on. So definitely staying put. I love it up here.
All right. So other than working on the Yellowstone stuff, do you have anything else coming up or anything you're working on that you're going to branch out on?
Not necessarily anything with the TV and stuff. We are planning on, I'm waiting on the call from the casting director to come back on set once production begins for the second half of season 5. As far as I knew, it was March, April timeframe to pick up filming again for season 5.
Mm-hmm.
And season 2 of 1923 will pick up in the area I'm in as well later this year. So I will be back on set for both of those shows later this year. But for now, I'm just busy working on the ranch here in Montana, and I got a couple rodeos coming up in March and April that I'll be going to as well. They're just amateur rodeos. I do not have a pro card. I'm not. I would love to hit up Fort Worth, Dallas area, get in some open rodeos, and maybe travel down to Houston. But
yeah,
right now I'm sticking put in Montana.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that'll work. Before we get out of here, you're talking about rodeoing and going down the road. So when you do go down the road, what's your go-to road snack you're hauling with you?
Oh, I always got a sweet tooth. So if it's not an actual meal, like a sub sandwich or anything, it's probably Reese's Pieces or Reese's Buttercups, just to snack on and have a sweet tooth. So,
all right.
That's my go-to little road trip treat.
All right. Now, when you're back at the ranch, hanging out up there, you're sitting out back with the grill, you got it fired up, and you're getting ready to throw something on the grill. What are you putting on it?
One of those big black Angus steaks that we get from right here on the ranch that we grow. I love my steak, and maybe some potatoes with it, and some sweet corn. So
all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jeremy, man, we appreciate you visiting with us and telling us a bit about what's going on with you and what you got in the works. And good luck to you, man. And we'll catch you probably here a little bit on the rest of season 5.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
All right. Jeremy Richardson. He stumbled into a spot on Yellowstone. He is having a good time with that. I saw the other day. He was doing a boot barn. He was at Boot Barn doing a signing at the Boot Barn. So he's living it up. He's enjoying it. So more power to him. And what else we got going on? We still have no one else that wandered in here. Thought I heard the door.
That was trash.
The trash man? Trash man, hey, come here. Let me ask you something.
Actually, it was an alien.
Probably was. Dang aliens, man. Them son of a gun. That the world. Those suckers are everywhere. So we may not have that one. Probably if I check my email like a normal person, I'll probably see where they said, you know what? I ain't going to Dallas. Traffic's terrible.
We'll go next month.
Yeah, I'll go Saturday. All right, so what else we got? We did the ride. You did the ride video. We talked about the ride, PBR stuff. Check that out. Forrest Smith of Yellowstone, we've had on here a bunch of times. He is in a movie. Another movie called, I think it's called The Ride. Maybe the same one, I don't know. But it's about a bull. No, he plays an old retired bull rider in some bull ride movie he's working on. So that's something else he's doing. I guess I should have called him and asked him. I'm going to call him. Yeah. And he'll tell you, I'll wait around. Well, he's going to tell you like he did last time. I was sitting here all day, cleared off half my schedule, waiting on you to call me. Oh, he was man, we was over there at the Yellowstone deal December that we were rolling. We had so much fun happening over there. He was having a good old time. What else we got? Why does it say snakes in your butt? Who wrote this? Oh, here it is. Reptile Wrangler. A reptile wrangler. That's what we'll call William. Little Tex will be a reptile wrangler. It was an accident, though. Reptile Wrangler removes a snake from the toilet in an Australian home. Snake catcher in Queensland responded to a home with help for an unusual situation. A 4-foot snake in the toilet. The snake catcher said his wife and fellow snake catcher responded to his home where they found a snake in the bowl of their toilet. It says when they lifted the toilet seat, they were quite surprised. Look, wait, go back to that picture again. I want to see something. That's Australia. How much toilet paper do they use? Look, there's like four empty rolls in the trash. What are they eating? What are you eating over there? I mean, you're going to some toilet paper, big time. There's 4 rolls I see on top. There's probably 4 or 8 more under that sucker. Good God, people. Now, one of that snake was there. He's like, what are they eating? He wanted to find out. He's like, man, there's good food happening in here. Let's go see. God. So they went to use the bathroom. They found a toilet. They found a toilet snake. They posted a video. I didn't want to worry you with the video. We don't want to see that. So they removed it was a common tree snake from the toilet. Common tree snake. But those are the snakes that hurt people. People don't realize that more people get hurt and injured by non-poisonous snakes than they do poisonous snakes because you run over stuff trying to get away from it. But that brings me to the story of the barn snake I had one time. Not on purpose. But we had a toilet. It was a small little toilet restroom in the barn. And I was feeding hay and I'd walk by the barn toilet and there was water on the floor. And I was like, why is there water on the floor right there by the toilet? What is that? So I went on, threw some hay out when I was done. I come back and I saw it and I was like, that's weird. Maybe there's a leak in the toilet. So I reached down, I grabbed the lid and I opened it, and there is a cottonmouth looking right at me. So I dropped the lid, turned around, and it broke my foot and everything else trying to get out of the bathroom. So I run out of the bathroom. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I hate to shoot my toilet and blow it up. So the kid that was over there, that was helping me feed. He used to come around all the time and help with horses. He wanted to learn about horses and stuff. He's all about horses, but he's also one of them big time redneck boys with the mullets and the cut off t-shirts and wearing mud boots and four-wheelers all the time, doing donuts and wheelies. He's one of those kids. He was young. He was probably 15 years old. So I run the house trying to find something to do with this snake. I didn't know what to do. I had to figure something out. I get back to the barn. This kid is standing there holding the snake. He's like, what do you want me to do with it? Yes. And I'm like, get rid of it. Get it out of here. I don't want it over here. Haul that sucker off. So he humanely disposed of this snake. So, but yeah, tell you what, opening a toilet lid and seeing a snake, I do not go anywhere where there's a toilet involved. I don't check it. Anytime you go to a toilet, I'm gonna give you a little word of advice here for you toilet people that use toilets, which is most of you, unless you're going outside. Before you use a toilet anywhere, even your own house, open the lid, open the bottom, because sometimes spiders are up under there, and then flush that sucker before you sit down on it. Because if there's a snake in your toilet, just sitting back there hanging out, and then you sit down and it decides to just wander on up in there, yeah, no, you pre-flush that sucker first. That serves 2 purposes. Once, it gets rid of whatever's hiding up there, sneaking up on you. 2, it sends some fluid down your pipes, so whatever you put in there is going to flow away easier. So, yeah, be careful with toilets. Oh, speaking of poop and toilets, I got more poop for you. This is California poop, though. Oh, speaking of California poop, let's talk about Teslas. We talked about Teslas, electric cars a while back. Everybody got upset with me, but I tried to explain to them, look, I don't care if you want an electric car. If you want an electric car, get an electric car, get an electric truck. I don't care. Because if it's feasible for you and it serves your purpose, that's fine. If you're just going to get groceries 10 minutes up the road and whatever, that's fine if an electric vehicle works for you. But some of us, like myself, it's not going to work for me. I drive 2, 3, 4 hours a day every day. I'm not going to go drive an hour and a half, plug in my truck for 3 hours and charge it and then go somewhere else. I can't do that. For me, it's not feasible. For some of you folks, it's fine. So I'm not hating on people that drive electric vehicles. I don't care if you want to drive it. Drive whatever you want. I don't care. Not my problem. But what happened in California is someone else's problem. Police in California wrangled a loose bovine. This is a story from California, written by California, so this is how it sounds. Police in California wrangle a loose bovine that managed to shatter the windshield and leave an unsavory mess in a collision with a Tesla. All right. The Pleasant Police Department said it on Facebook post, because you post everything on Facebook, that the officer responded late Wednesday night about a loose cow wandering into traffic. And the officers arrived to find the brown cow running into the area and determined the animal had been in the collision with a sedan that shattered the vehicle's windshield and left its hood covered in what appears to be feces. They wrote this, not me. The cow was not injured. Of course not. It's a Tesla. It was returned safely to its owner with the help of a local rancher. So even though Californian people hate cows and cowboy stuff, there still are some cowboys and cowboy stuff going on in California, even if it's an electric car and a cow. But yeah, this said unsavory. I don't know about you, but to me this smells like money. Speaking of smell like money, champion steer sells for $440,000. Steer raised by a 15-year-old girl earned top marks at the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo before selling for a record $440,000. Sadie, a freshman at Wildoro High School and a member of the Randall County 4-H, entered the steer she calls Snoop Dogg into the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo, where he was named the grand champion out of 1,500 or over 1,500 competitors. She said, it felt like time stopped. I was in complete disbelief and I was shocked. It just all seemed like a blur. Well, his name is Snoop Dogg. So if you had any Snoop Dogg action going on, that is probably why it was all a blur. Snoop Dogg, a heavyweight European cross that broke the record for the show when he sold for $440,000 to Fort Worth-based Higginbottom Insurance. The price beat the record for last year that was $310,000. It was a new record for Fort Worth, but it's not the highest record ever paid for a steer, because the grand champion steer from the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo last year sold for $1 million. It's all a tax write-off, though. It's just a tax write-off. It's just companies buying these steers as a tax write-off, and it's like, that's a write-off. Because you got to pay that taxes anyway. People don't realize that's what happens when you have a company, and at the end of the year you have a certain amount of money that if you hold over for the year, you're gonna get taxed on it, or you've got to spend that money before the end of the year, because you're gonna have to pay it in taxes anyway. So you spend it off, make your taxes lower. It's Google it. Ask Bernie Madoff. I watched that last night. I watched all 3 episodes of Madoff, the Bernie Madoff story, and that guy was a genius, an illegal genius. But he was a genius. But he's in prison. But no, what he was doing the ultimate Ponzi scheme, and there was so many times that he could have got caught or should have gotten caught, but he was so big in the Wall Street. He was on the council, council, the Wall Street, this, that, and the other, and he's such a big name that every time any allegations come up, people are like, "Oh no, that's Bernie. He knows what he's doing. We don't need to look at that stuff." He even got to the point where he got investigated by one of the association deals, whatever, for the money people, and he didn't even have I guess it's like a seller's license or a investor license, whatever it is you got to have to invest. He didn't even have that because he was just taking people's money and putting it in the bank, and then when somebody wanted their money out, he just take the money and give it to them. So he just kept getting all this money in, and then making all these fake return sheets they were printing off on the old style printers and giving to people. And so they get to go to the investigation. People ask questions and what else going on. They go in there and say, "Okay, what's your account number for your blah, blah, blah?" And he's like, he just rattles off these numbers. They didn't even look it up. If they would have punched it in the computer, the numbers, they would have said, this is not even a real account. He's been having an account. And they would have caught him right there, but they didn't. It went on for more years after that. So, I mean, it was crazy. But, I mean, he was raking in the money. I mean, he had people giving money to him. I think I heard something about Kevin Bacon give him $50 million to invest. It's now gone. Yeah, he was when it come down to it and he ended up getting busted and all that stuff, he was like billions. He had billions and billions of dollars of people's money that he just kind of squandered away. But yeah, it's on Netflix. Check it out, Madoff. Somebody else that almost made off out of the snow but didn't, and that's this cow. There is a cow in Utah. Cow stuck in deep snow gets boost from Utah firefighters. The firefighters in Utah came to the rescue of a cow that wandered into a creek bed and became stuck in the deep snow. The deep snow, that reminds me of that other movie I watched, The Offer, where they're talking about the making of The Godfather. They had some deep snow on that one too. The South Summit Fire District said on a Facebook post, because everybody Facebook post, the crews responded to a creek on a report of a bovine in distress. Bovine is also a cow, if you're wondering. It seems that Betsy, I don't think that's her real name, stayed out here a little too late last night and couldn't quite get out of the creek bed on her own. They shared the photos of firefighters helping her climb out of the deep snow, which nearly reached the cow's neck. So she was deep up in there. The firefighters were able to give her a boost to the embankment, and she was free. She was freed. So that's always a good deal because you don't want to get stuck in there. You don't want to be knee deep or neck deep in snow, because if you end up across the pond, then you're going to be neck deep in water. And that's what happened in Britain. Firefighters to the rescue again. In England, they borrowed a piece of heavy machinery, which was like a big forklift, from a farmer to rescue a horse that became stuck in the waterway. Lincolnshire Fire and Rescue said in a Twitter post, which once more onto the internet you post this stuff, the crews from Spalding, Donington, and Boston responded when the horse became stuck neck deep in the water puddle hole near Spalding. The firefighters used a specialized animal rescue equipment and a forklift from a nearby farmer to hoist the horse to safety. The horse is safe. They got the horse out. Good deal. No snakes on a plane, snakes in a bowl. We got horses stuck in water. We got cows stuck in snow. We did Corsicana already. We did the cow that sold for a lot of money. We talked to some people. We've done a lot of stuff today. What time is it? We've been busy. Good God, we're busy. And there ain't nobody else in here. All these people are like, oh, I want to be blah, 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 blah. Nobody wants to come in here. That's how dumb this show is. If I tell people, the show is so dumb. I don't even know why I come here, but I end up showing up half the time, and it's like, why? But I'm here. So apparently our studio guests maybe didn't find the studio. Maybe it's traffic. It's Dallas, so that happens. That does happen. I'm trying to think what else I watched, what else I did. What else has happened since I was here last? We got some cow events coming up. I know that. The Day Work Challenge. I'm going to be riding in that thing on Saturday over in Roy City, Texas. I got a double hitter. I got a double header Saturday. Saturday morning going to the Day Work Challenge in Roy City. And then from that, leaving to go to Greenville to the East Texas Stock Horse Association event that night. So it's going to be a doubleheader. And then Sunday, their company that I work for with these, we're doing a special shoot on Sunday that you guys will see throughout the next few months on the interweb net. That we're going to be doing on Sunday. That's going to be entertaining, so we're going to be working on that stuff. You can always go to the website. You can always go to pepperstewart.com. There's a lot of stuff on there to see. You can find old shows. You can see things. You can look around. Depending on where you're watching this right now, if you're on DBTV, then you're already there. But if you're watching on something else, DBTV is a Roku channel that we are on. We've been on now for a while. It's a newer network. It's been around about a year or so. They finally brought us on recently, I don't know, a couple months ago, whatever, and we air on Saturdays at noon or 1 o'clock. I don't know. Time zones mess me up. It's 2 o'clock Pacific, so I guess it's 1 o'clock Central. So we're on there at 1 o'clock Central, and then if you're on the live, because if you go to that channel, they have some on-demand shows on-demand cooking shows or something else like that on there. But if you're looking for us, we are live in your face. And that's at 1 o'clock on Saturdays. And then if you're a night owl and you're up in the middle of the night for no reason, we also replay it like midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning on Monday night or Tuesday night or something like that. I don't know. But it's on there. It runs twice. We're on there twice a week. Check it out. You'll see these shows, newer shows, older shows, lots of shows is on there, so you can check it out there on the DBTV. Pretty soon they will be, I'm waiting to hear the finals on the deal, but the DBTV will be coming to local cable networks in a lot of major cities, Dallas, New York, there'll be some in California, there'll be some in Houston, I think Oklahoma, all the major cities. They will be on the local cable channel. So you'll be able to watch this mess there. I don't know why you would, but you're doing it right now. So you probably would. If you're doing it now, then you probably would watch it there. I don't know. If you do, go tell me about it. See what it looks like. See what it looks like, 'cause I don't know. Oh, the Cattle Raiders Expo is coming up in March. We're supposed to have those folks coming in here, but we're just having lots of scheduling conflicts with those folks because they're on the road a lot promoting the Cattle Raiders Association events and the convention. If you have anything to do with cows, you want to go to that convention, you can there's a lot of trainings and clinics and stuff they do throughout those couple of days that I think it's like for $10 you can just go walk around the exhibits and see what's going on. And then from past that, you can buy different packages for different clinics, different speakers, different things going on. I don't know. I'll be out there one of those days, wandering around looking at stuff and seeing what's going on. But yeah, it's a good deal. It's a good deal. If you're into cows, you like cow stuff, just go and check it out. A lot of those booths give stuff away. I mean, you can walk away with some nice stuff. I mean, all the flags that I have and sorting sticks and all that stuff, I haven't bought none of those. I get them over there because they hand them out, or they'll have a little, I was gonna say a text game. They have a little cornhole game over there where you can throw, stuff into the cornhole, which that's weird. But anyway, they got that stuff going on. You could do that. I guess it's time for me to leave. I've been here long enough, I think. So with that, I'm going to get out of here. Go find something to do. Watch out for aliens. Don't get probed. If you do, make sure you film it, because if you don't, no one's going to believe you. So, God, I got to get out of here now. This thing's after me.